I don't feel like I'm on Earth, man. Hey, what's up, guys? It is a late Sunday evening, early Monday morning. Fuck, do we know if we're coming or going? The clock got turned an hour back, But that's all right because we are looking at things through the Midnight fucking Prism. All right. And what better way to look through the Midnight Prism than to bring in the man, the myth, the legend? It's about damn time he came back. And that is Sir Talks a Lot.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be back, yes. I'm here to ask probing questions.
We sent a link to Jed, of all people. But apparently his peepee is too small to hit the button. What year Ozfest is that from? This is from
2004.
2004, dude. And if you want to know what the hell bands were there, hold on. Son of a bitch. It turned myself around like a fucking freak.
Slipknot, Hatebreed, Lamb of God, Black Sabbath, OTEP, Judas Priest, Slayer. Nice.
Yep.
Can't read the other ones. They're folded on your folds.
Yeah, it was a good show. What I remember of it. I'm not even stoned or anything, but I'm like deliriously tired, you guys, and that is because I've been fucking working around the house all day. The house is ripped up and it's a mess. I'm trying to get ready because the guy I got working for me is going to start painting tomorrow. And
hell yeah,
just a lot of shit going on. Might actually have to call off from work tomorrow. Oh God, that breaks my heart. But and I'm being sarcastic as shit by saying that. But it is what it is. So tonight I'm a little loopy and kooky, but you could make the argument that Drew is always loopy and kooky.
Definitely nutty.
But hi Rita. It's great to see you, dear. Hail to Sean Estep. Sean is here. Great to see you, Sean. Papa Cotton, of course, is here because he's asking about my shirt shit. You know, I think secretly Papa Cotton just wants me to take my shirt off. He wants to be like, I want to pinch your man nipples, Drew.
Nah, no more moves for this guy.
Tobat's here. What's going on? RR is wrenching. Great to see you, my friend. CJ is here. What's going on, Siege? Godzillionaire is here. He's going to pass out before the stream starts, but he's going to catch the replay. And yeah, tonight we're going to talk about UFOs and shit like that because, yeah, UFOs will never go away because either they're going to cram it down our throat because it's one of the greatest fucking conspiracies of all time and the government's going to try to get their piece of it and make it look real, or it is real and fucking aliens think we're all nuts and they're watching us anyway. So, you know,
this is true.
That it is one of the two. Hail, Dwayne, what's going on, buddy?
Dwayne.
So, yeah, some interesting shit that I saw. Luis Elizondo, who must be running fucking the To the Stars thing or whatever the fuck it is now, because Tom DeLonge is back with Blink 182 and they're going on a fucking tour and shit.
Whoa. Fucking yippity dippity fucking do.
He has said that he came right out and said that well, the U.S. has had technology for some time, and he was very vague about it, but he basically was saying that we have alien technology. Now, believe what you want about it, but that's very interesting, considering that he actually came out and said it, because we haven't had somebody really come out and say something that definitive in a while. So take from it what you will. There has been a long speculation that we have technology, that there was a technology exchange of some sort at some time. So that's always been a bit of a interesting theory. So I don't know where you guys fall on that. But I don't know. I what do you think about that, Corey? Do we have advanced alien technology?
I think we do. We made such drastic technological leaps forward in the 50s and so on that we had to have been getting ideas from somewhere else. I don't think people just came up with this out of nowhere. I think that they had a little inspiration from outside help. And, if you look at some of the technology that we have these days, there's no way that we figured that out on our own. And the way that the two primary examples I use for that is the recent activation of a nuclear fission reactor. And then they shut it off and they couldn't remember how they did it. That screams to me that they're working with something that they don't understand, that they didn't make, because everything is documented meticulously with this kind of shit, especially in government research places like DARPA, who accidentally opened a warp bubble while they were trying to figure out like hyperthrust engines. Again, accidentally opened a bubble that takes them outside of space-time so that they can move faster than the matter around them would allow. I mean, come on. that screams aliens. And my probing question for the evening is, or for the night or morning, whatever, is how many Hollywood movies were just plausible deniability for
It
the
could be.
technology? I mean, come on.
It could be that too.
Hmm.
It could be that too. Or, there's always been the thing that was floated that is that there was an advanced society at one point that died out, and we came across their technology. There's that.
There is
Or
that possibility.
there's always been that thing where it was alluded to that you know Eisenhower. There was something that concerning the Eisenhower administration and meetings with beings from elsewhere. Um, and we can go back to the speculation of where aliens come from. A lot of people think that they may be from outer space, but then there is a lot of people that think that it is an interdimensional situation. So you have that as well. So no, nobody really knows.
I still think that at least the U.S. government, if not several other world governments, have alien technology in their possession.
And let's be clear, it could be alien technology.
Exotic
Just be,
materials for fuel sources. You
just
never know.
you're right. Yeah, exactly. And that is, I think the crux of the issue here, like what governments do have them, and who exactly are the major players. Do some governments have them and some don't? And I really think the answer to that is yes. Now I think we have some things where when we go back to the Nimitz sightings that we talked about before, there, I wonder if those Tic Tacs and things like that were things that we were test running.
See, I could see that when it came to water-based phenomenon that people couldn't explain, like hyper fast watercraft.
Hmm.
But when it comes to certain things like that, when you look at the way that those Tic Tacs and other UAPs, as they like to call them now, go, they don't operate within known physics. And that's a problem for most of, if we had technology that could fly outside of the known boundaries of physics, then we would have that in military production and be using that all over the place. We wouldn't have qualms about that. We would just use it to dominate, or at least one of the countries would, probably China. But anyway, I don't see it with aircraft. I would believe it with naval military vessels, though, as far as us having it and testing it out and stuff.
Well, supposedly we have anti-gravity technology was one of them that I read. So I wonder about that. And that
I wonder about that as well, because you'd have to neutralize the force of the mass of the body of celestial body that's actually holding you in place with its gravitational force. And that changes based on the actual celestial body itself. And it would possibly cause cascading issues, maybe fuck with timelines where Harambe gets killed and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's very interesting to speculate what exactly that it is that we do have, but it's just it was just interesting to hear that Elizondo made these comments, and he was one that if you haven't watched any of the myriad amount of UFO documentaries that go around, usually they always have Lou Elizondo these days showing up in them. Now, a lot of people think it's because, he's a dude just like on there trying to quote find stuff so that it is the right amount of wink, wink disclosure that they're giving people, but that it's not real disclosure. Like it's just modern disinformation. There's that too.
Yeah, the lizard people had to come from somewhere. Okay.
There's a lot of people that think that DeLong and his organization and the people that he has in said organization are actually pretty much, working in conjunction with the feds, because some of them actually were feds at one point or worked in previous administrations, and that they're working in conjunction with the government to, downplay things like that. So, not necessarily downplay, but to hype other things so that people take their eyes off the prize. Whatever you choose to believe, okay, and we've talked before about Project Bluebeam too, the fake second coming, the fake alien invasion, the whole 9 yards. That could be in play as well. But I still think that we have a lot of technology based on future tech from somewhere that has not been disclosed.
It's definitely way more advanced than what we were or are currently capable of for technological production.
Mm-hmm.
And you could probably comb through some pretty secret documents to see which people got those government contracts to work with that tech. They're probably some of the leading tech industries in the world right now, including Tesla. So, just saying. It's a matter of money.
All right, let's go to the comments. Tobat says, we definitely have recovered some crafts. I think so. Anyway, hail Keck 44. Great to see you, man. Angelus Draven is here. What's going on, Angelus? Tehillim is here. And yes, you are in our prayers, as always, Tehillim. I hope everything's going okay for you, buddy. Some people say that Atlantis is a thing. Angela says it's used to desensitize the masses for when it actually is reality. That's an interesting take, dude. That's a very interesting observation. Better question, says Papa Cotton. Why have we never detonated a nuke in space? Kind of a big one. Well, we did, just the Independence Day. I remember hearing the Egyptians didn't create the pyramids, only tried to copy them. Wow, Soul Assassin. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. RR says Werner von Braun said the Germans got help from off-world. And yeah, that's been something that's been floated around since the 40s as well. That, the Nazis made contact with a advanced civilization, and they were able to procure some technology. But oh, look,
Jed. What's up?
Jed found out how to take the tiny head of his peen and press the key.
Yeah.
And he pressed the enter key, and look what happened.
Yeah.
Showed up.
I did. What's up, man? Hey, everybody in the chat. What's up?
What up?
Well, welcome to the Midnight Prism. A very different show that you're used to, but it is nice to be reunited.
Uh-huh.
So
I'd go on some crazy shows, Drew. So, so
we're not going to talk about your fascination with hairy men and bears. So
No, this is true.
yeah, we're just not going to talk about that. Mikhail Wolf says, I believe it's an ancient civilization tech they have found. Okay. RR says, the Egyptians themselves said they didn't make the Great Pyramids of Giza and they inherited their culture. Very interesting. Soul Assassin said, I think the Tic Tacs are American black budget projects that are very secret to even our own military. Well, yeah, I mean, that's obvious, dude. If you watch the Nimitz footage, those pilots didn't know what the fuck that was.
Oh, hell no, they didn't know what was going on.
Well, if they knew what it was, they wouldn't have called it in the first place.
Yeah.
So
that's to be true, honest fact right there. So
Papa Cotton says, I'm not saying aliens don't exist, but if the government is telling us they're real, you can bet it's something else. You're not necessarily wrong about that, Papa. Mr. CCDB said, total eclipse of the ... moon. Interesting.
I don't think you're supposed to read the ellipsis, but just
I'm the only one that likes to read this ellipsis because the ellipsis reminds me of the lips insert. Never mind.
Wow.
Lou is the CIA plant who is prepping the narrative for an alien invasion or a space Jesus pandemic. I wouldn't doubt that, dude. I don't necessarily, from the documentaries I've seen and stuff, I don't know that I necessarily trust that guy. I don't know.
I don't trust anyone that. I don't really trust anyone. So
yeah.
Just saying.
And there's a blood moon on the election day too.
Yeah.
And
And
as I said to Helam, you are in our prayers, brother. Love to see that. Kai, great to see you, man.
I hear Kai makes fun shit.
Yeah, Kai is awesome.
Yeah, Kai does. He does make.
Kai makes fun shit.
Yep. Speaking of aliens, it is the intergalactic heathen Jed. Yes. A very oblong head with small dick energy.
Wow.
Yes. RR says, we've had many cycles of civilizations rising and falling. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and we've had several recorded history events of knowledge being destroyed. So we never know what actually got lost.
Yeah. And there's actually footage of them destroying it the last time they were taking everything down, too. And with the jackhammers and everything. So
the government is telling us aliens are real because there's more coming than that, which they can't control. Alternatively, they're planning a fake invasion a la Project Bluebeam. Kai, very good. Absolutely.
Or it's both.
Have heard two key theories on UFOs. One, they are government creation, or they are fallen angels. And yes, I have heard the fallen angels theory as well. That is not something to be discounted, as I am a believer.
So if I say the word Nephilim, you're supposed to take a shot, right?
Oh, here we go. Bring out the shots, boys.
Shut.
So does that mean that Hellboy can open the gate for the Ogdru Jihad? Nice.
Well, I mean, it might be a better alternative to what we got going on right now. So.
Yeah, kind of.
The lizards I roll with don't talk to the boys in the fire pits. Nice.
That's good. I'm glad you're an upstanding lizard, Tolbat. That's good.
Even the aliens can hear the chant and agree. FJB. Fuck Joe Biden. Can I say that on here? Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck Joe Biden.
I say it all the time. So
that's right. That's right.
Hey, Loki.
And even though we are on the Prism band, we got to give a shout out. Hold up.
I don't want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives.
Yeah,
right.
by making diesel fuel so expensive, we can't deliver food anymore. Good
We're
job.
just trying to send you to the dark ages with a diesel shortage.
Yeah, good job making everything so we can have a
Atlas shrugged.
supply.
Atlas shrugged. It'll go to trains.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for that. So,
But no, they're
Give me a
There-
maglev train and I'm all right with it. I mean, honestly.
there has been a rash of fresh UFO sightings, and there continue to be. I mean, the sightings have been exploding, and it's
Mhm.
weird because the uptick in sightings has just been absolutely bonkers for the last few years, actually, and they've only gotten bigger last year and this year because my goodness, and it's funny that coincides with them actually, putting out footage on the major news networks and everything, and finally acknowledging the sightings by so much of the military.
Mhm.
And I wonder about that because when the government comes out and starts saying shit, and I agree with Papa Cotton.
Mhm.
You raise an eyebrow when they're like, yep, you got us. There's something real about this. Okay. Then you wonder where okay. Where exactly is this all coming from?
Yeah.
Official sources.
Yeah.
Official sources. Because, we always believe official sources.
Yes, the same
Always.
official sources tell you that you're getting fat based on the air that you breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's great.
Yeah, it's very interesting. There were some recently, by the way, where it's talked by the the civilian airline pilots now have been putting out their own accounts of their sightings. After all the recent news about the Nimitz documentaries and whatnot. And I'm going to show this piece of video that I just came across. And you guys tell me what you make of this. So I'll go ahead and share it, play it. So, all right, present.
That's great. I love this video.
Yeah, I know this video is great. Okay, here we go. Full screen. Come on. Here's Tic Tac.
The inertial,
Watch it again.
yeah, the inertial dampening technology needed for this is not available.
Nope, it's not. We don't have anything near this. So,
Because the amount of inertial dampening that you would need for a cylinder moving sideways through the air like that at that speed
yeah.
would be ridiculous. Because you're talking about anybody inside of that without that level of an inertial dampening being squished.
Yeah.
Like, they're done.
I wonder with that if that really isn't a test craft. I really wonder about that.
It's possible, but I just don't. That's got to be some non-human tech,
Well, do
Because
you
otherworldly human tech.
Because those things do. I mean, they strike me as test craft of some sort.
Mhm.
I mean, and I'm just saying that to me, when I first look at the Tic Tac, it just strikes me as a test craft, or it could be a probe.
I would think that's more of a test craft than a probe.
See, if that were a test craft, though, I mean, okay, that's a test craft. The technology works. Now announce it and give us the fucking power source that you're using, so we don't have to pay for any of this oil and shit anymore. You really care about the environment, I get, but I bet you that thing doesn't give off any fucking emissions other than radiation. I mean, come on.
Well, Big Oil is so afraid that they're going to lose money when all the real tech comes out, So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to show another one, and you guys tell me, because this one is really wild. Soul Assassin says Jen would know a thing or two about probes.
Woo! Yeah, buddy, he sure does. I'll tell you what.
Soul Assassin says the G's in that ship would kill a human.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it'd snap you right in half. Your skeleton was just, you're gone.
Well, I mean, that kind of force, you'd probably have some liquid organs too.
Yeah, you turn into Jello.
Oh, that's a pigeon.
Yeah, totally a pigeon. Totally
all right. Well, this next one I'm going to show you. This is a trip, you guys. Okay, this one. Pay attention to in this video. This cloud as we play it. Watch this.
This is crazy.
So pay attention up here. This cloud where my mouse is. Just watch it.
It's a fucking cloud with lights in it.
Oh, they're doing that cloaking technology again.
Weird. I've never seen no shit like that. Cloud got sparkly lights in it. I've never seen no shit like that. It's moving weird.
Looks like a fish.
What is that thing that killed the dude from Australia? That's what it looks like.
But that's weird as shit.
Yeah.
Clouds don't move like that. That's propulsion.
Well,
that's totally propulsion.
Let's watch it again. It's coming in from here, and then you see it start to make aerial maneuvers consistent with a propulsion system.
There's been rumors for years that they got the holographic technology to do this now.
Moving weird. I've never seen no shit like that.
Yeah.
Like you see in Star Trek.
Well, they're already talking about using holograms for ads in the sky.
So that wouldn't be too far of a reach to do that for the new the fighter technology and stuff.
That is an insane movement pattern for a cloud.
Yeah, it is.
Now you see this part.
Sir,
maybe it's bleed through from another dimension and it's a sky manta ray. Like
Klingon bird of prey is decloaking.
I know, right?
I mean, that's what the fuck it reminds me of.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it's just it's nuts. Tobat says, "Oh, that's just a Shaun the Sheep balloon."
Yeah, totally.
I don't know, man. That was like that one was really trippy, man.
I agree with Papa Khan because I've seen a lot of strange shit out in the Arizona desert because I've lived out here my whole life. So I agree with that one.
That's why I like going to the desert so much.
Yeah, I've been in the desert my whole life, so I've seen some strange shit out here.
Sean Estep says, in Maryland, used my cheap telescope last night to look at Jupiter, not Uranus. And a small light speed star. I looked away and back, another light speed star, but guess
A light star.
yeah, but we don't know what that could be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's again, Sean, I've seen footage like that multiple times where
Mm-hmm.
people, and even the weird shit that people see when you turn on night vision, that you
Oh
can
yeah.
notice it. Taking like night vision and binoculars and then look through something like that, and you can notice all kind of shit.
Yeah, and then the whole sky, like there was this one time we were out in the desert out here. It was towards Tucson.
Hail Tiki of Doom.
We put the night vision up there, and the whole sky was just full of these little objects all over the place. We were by that the train yard graveyard up in Tucson. By the plane graveyard, it has all the planes and shit up there in that graveyard that they put all the military stuff up there now. But yeah, we used to go up there all the time, and then just put the night vision. You saw all this shit just floating around up there, and it was a clear sky too. So,
well, remember, guys, what our dear friend Final Death Star told us when he went on his trip, and he was talking about, he saw some shit.
Yeah.
So, all of these millions of people around the world cannot be wrong. They are seeing something. The Basco scenario says, "Hey, bud, good to see you. Hope you're doing well." Basco, it's good to see you.
Hey, Basco, what's up, man?
Glad that you're here. It's a reunion of all of us. Dick's Division fringe outcasts.
I know, right?
How about that? The outcasts reunite. So, yeah, man. The thing is, I really do wonder about this, and we've talked about the phenomena, and we've also gone down the road of talking about the abduction phenomenon. If you go back through the episodes of Midnight Prism, Corey and I had a pretty compelling conversation about the abduction factor, and I think that goes into a whole nother arena. And I do think that that's more of a psychological condition. So, but I look at just sightings like this, and there is something a little more plausible to me about these.
And they've been talking for the last maybe 5 years about a faster light drive too.
They were trying to figure out the FTL over at DARPA when they accidentally opened up the warp bubble.
And so they've been talking about that for a long time. So,
well, think about it. The portrayals of it. All right, we've already seen plausible propulsion systems in multiple sci-fi shows that we've seen. Star Trek does have sound concepts to it, even though at the time it was a little more out there. I thought BSG with the FTL drive they had in that was actually pretty interesting as far as that being plausible. With a series of jumps. I thought that would be, a plausible system with jumps that you would plot, so on and so forth, and you would have quick, sort of like a jump drive. And then there is, of course, the way that physics work when you watch The Expanse, which probably out of all of them are far more true to life physics. So we've seen it portrayed right in front of our eyes. Question is, do we have the capability? If it's already portrayed on the screen, I'm guessing that we've had the capability for some time.
Oh yeah, because was it somebody in my? I have a friend. Yeah, Lazard even explained it, like Bob Cotton said. There's like we said, and I have some other friends. I can't say. There's people have said that there has been things that have been in 20, 30 years, and we don't see it till 20, 30 years down the line, and it's already been there. You know, where they've already been working on it. And that's public knowledge right there. From Mazar even said that. It's the thing, you know.
Yeah, exactly. RR says we know there is so much more to reality than our visual spectrum can perceive. Just because we cannot see it doesn't mean it does not exist. Tiki Doom says it's the dissident right reunion.
I saw this thing. Oh, go ahead.
Soul Assassin says, kind of scary how fast humanity has advanced since the 40s. Hope no demonic bargains were made. And I'm with you on that, Soul Assassin.
A lot of demonic bargains
yeah.
were made. I would give you the families of Soros, Schwab, and those bastards.
Well, I would give you the families of Rockefeller, Rothschild, and so
Rothschild.
on, so forth.
Yeah.
The Rothschilds are definitely in on that whole demonic bargain thing.
Yeah, they are.
The 13 original families is a thing for a reason, and there's a reason why you don't read about that, folks. They don't want you to know the 13 original bloodlines because it is the 13 elite families that run the fucking world because they run every major resource industry that controls the flow of our society in this world. That's exactly what it is. And they will never, ever, ever elude to that because once you key in on that, on all those bloodlines and what they're about, and the fact that they are, you know, absolutely just soulless, terrible human beings, and you know they are probably in league with the devil. All right, I would.
How else would Klaus Schwab and George Soros live this long? Have you seen those guys?
I know.
They're practically
right?
walking corpses at this point.
Well, our president's like a walking corpse too. So.
Well, that's different. He's a walking corpse because of the drugs he's been pumped full of for the last forever, 40 years.
But yeah, those guys too are just. How are they still around? Like you said.
I mean, come on. I know you can be rich and get your good health care and stuff, but come on. Have you seen George Soros's face?
Well, the fall of man started with was started by the central bank cartel, but that's another story for another day. But you know, that's. I mean, if we're being honest,
yeah,
you know, because how do they control every country? Central banks.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you're not a black woman, Jed?
Yeah, Jed is bringing back Aunt Jemima energy.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh man, you know I miss it. I miss this shit, man. Just clowning.
So my question, my next probing question, literally has to do with probes.
Wait, Corey, you didn't say. Well, that's my opinion.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Well, that's too bad. I'm really impressed by his voice acting abilities. I didn't, that pitch is really hard to hit. Just saying.
Yeah.
But why do they go through the ass? I mean, honestly, has anyone answered that? Are they trying to get info on our diet? Because I mean, you don't get good first. Maybe it's because the first people that they got really good brain scans off of them because they were just ass hats. You
never go ass and mouth, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, Steven, what's up, man?
What's going on there, Mr. Walton?
Yeah,
hail, yes. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
That's
Yeah,
right.
buddy.
No, I, I wonder about all this because our minds and our psyches have been warped over generations so badly by the amount of just psychological operations that have been run, um, on different populations around the world. Um, but you don't think for a second the CIA hasn't done it, Mossad hasn't done it. Um, you know, the intelligence community is far more sinister than what you think. They portray on television. You have all these shows now, and it's no coincidence, trying to make the FBI out to be heroes in a friendly
Yeah.
light.
Yeah, the FBI's never been corrupt, guys. I mean, the
Yeah,
guy
never.
that started it was an angel.
I know, right?
Yeah. Hail, Tobat. Have a good night, brother. Tobat
Peace.
says the lizard needs beauty sleep. Thanks, everyone. We'll catch the rest tomorrow. Good night.
Yeah,
sir.
curl up under that heating lamp and get some shut eyes.
Yeah.
But
Eyelids.
the thing about it is, around the world, these intelligence operations have been run on people without their knowledge for decades upon decades upon decades. And part of the reason is conditioning. Part of the reason is to make people more subservient and open to control. We know this.
Mhm.
And I think it opened our eyes clearly to that during the COVID nonsense,
Mhm.
which turned out largely to be bunk, but that was the test bed for putting in the authoritarian measures needed to achieve total control across the globe. And that's exactly what these ghouls fucking want, man.
Yep. They were testing a hypothesis. That's why they call themselves scientists.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
it kind of backfired a little bit. Because
Yeah.
when you fuck around with social engineering, people tend to get offended by that.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Just saying.
Yeah, and I mean there's absolutely, and I've been keeping an eye up through the channels that I know, and some of the other YouTubers and stuff that I know in the truther community now and whatnot. Like shout out to a good friend of mine, Alpha Warrior, sent me some information, and there was a video that he sent me where this lady doctor was just looking at some vaccine blood under a microscope.
Don't
And
get another strike.
and the anomalies that were found were just mind-boggling, including one crazy shape or so that was swimming around in there.
Yeah, don't get a strike.
Mm-hmm. Just saying.
You know Drew don't give a fuck.
I'm not a doctor, and I'm saying allegedly.
Yeah, good save, Drew.
Good save.
But this was just something that I saw.
Mhm.
It's like and like the Ripley's people say, believe it or not.
Mhm.
Word.
It was a good show, by the way.
That was a good show.
Mhm.
I also liked Beyond Belief, Fact or
Mhm.
Fiction.
That was really good.
But nothing beats the old school one, man. Back in the day,
Mhm.
Jack Palance.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Not
Jack Palance was the man.
He's like, what do you say of they? Believe it or not.
Jack Palance was a shit, dude. He got
Yeah,
into
dude, he
that, man.
was. He was such a good bad guy, though, too.
Mhm. Yeah, man, that guy was awesome. But yeah, with all of this, when we get into the realm of the unexplained, oftentimes on this program, Corey and I do a deep analytical dive into, these phenomena. Like, I mean, it was comedic a few weeks back when we did the Chupacabra because that, I mean, come on, dude. That one's a little hard to believe. But when you get into something like this, now there are some compelling things when you get into the realm of UAPs or as we know them, UFOs. Fuck newspeak.
I know, right?
They're not fucking UAPs. It's goddamn UFOs, man. That's what the hell we know. But there's compelling evidence with this stuff. And of course, my favorite legend, being Sasquatch. That does crisscross with this too, because there are a lot of sightings of UFOs when people see Sasquatch. So there is that as well. So then you get into the whole rabbit hole of, well, is the Sasquatch an alien life form? It makes sense because they never catch the motherfucker.
He's like,
well, I mean, he's the greatest hide and seek player in the world, man.
Dude, he is, man. You never want to play hide and seek with one of them bastards.
And the Yeti's just the cousin, to the Sasquatch. So, yeah.
Man, I know. The Yeti's like, man, I live a hard life up in these Himalayas. I'm just a cousin. I'm living here. I don't even get food stamps.
I know, right?
I mean, shit, dude.
Dude, that movie when I was a kid scared the fuck out of me, Drew.
What, Life Force?
Yeah, it scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid.
So what if aliens looked like the ones from Life Force? What would Drew do?
She was fucking hot as hell.
If it was that broad walking around,
yeah,
man, I would make first contact, second contact, third contact. Yeah.
Except for the fact you'd be dead after first contact. So,
yeah,
I mean, just saying. Wasn't that movie billed as a Patrick Stewart movie?
Yeah, it was.
Wasn't he in that?
Yeah, he was in that.
And then halfway through it, towards the end, it turned into a zombie movie and all this other shit. So I was like,
it was space zombie vampire thing.
Yeah. Okay, get this. The night that came out, I got taken this is my mom's story. I got taken to see Nightmare on Elm Street, Saturday the 14th, and Life Force all on the same night. I was like fucking 5, okay?
No, that explains why you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
Well, that says it all.
I've heard enough of his personal trauma to know that.
Yeah, he has.
R says the ancient Mesopotamian tablets story of Eno killing off humanity because they had grown too many in number and were too noisy for him is uncannily similar to globalist justification for depopulation. You are not wrong about that if you pay attention to some of those videos like we've seen float around Twitter. If you guys are really astute, have really astute Twitter eyeballs, that dude from the Club of Rome that was talking about that. Their justification for Depop. Some of the shit that has been said about by Bill Gates. Some of the shit that has been said about by the other elites. And RR hits a point spot on in that. Papa Cat says, "Oh fuck! What if Disney Star Wars is right about how aliens are?"
You mean being rocks?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. We do need Jesus. Patrick Stewart's first gay kiss on Life Force. Oh, God, dude. Yeah.
Yay for him.
Mm-hmm.
Still haven't had mine. Probably never will. Just saying.
Aww.
Oh man, you don't want to be a gay lord?
No, I don't do gay for pay or anything like that. So
He's not like Matt is, okay? So.
yeah, no.
But man, yeah, I mean, there's just some wild shit. It's just the videos that we watched with the Tic Tac and with that newer footage of the Tic Tac, and then with the the one with the cloud was fucking freaky. I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
But
but as you can see, the recent sightings are just like absolutely getting more and more bizarre. You know, man, I'll tell you what. Speaking of big guests that we could get, Corey, I think we need to reach out. Speaking of cool things to talk about on this program, I want to actually see if we could take a shot at getting the guy that wrote Missing 411, David Politis. I want to get that guy on.
Not familiar with them.
Oh, dude, the Missing 411 stuff is awesome because it's like, so in all these major forested areas, like a lot of the major national parks and things like that, you have people just up and disappearing for
They
no
just
apparent
poof.
reason, like without a trace.
There is no packs, there's no maps, nothing. They're just gone.
Full scale manhunts, everything for days, not a trace of these people is found. And then one day, mysteriously, their clothing is found or something like that, and there's no sign of foul play, there's no blood, there's no nothing. And I want to see. I'm going to see you guys if I can reach out to that fellow, to David Politis, with find out if I can get his contact information, and see if we can't get him on as a guest. That would be awesome.
I've watched some of the stuff on his channel. It's good.
Oh, it is really
good.
Yeah.
Just how about Yellowstone and the Grand Canyon and everything, just multiple places that people just poof.
Absolutely. And we're closing in here on the end of the show because we usually go about an hour and 10 minutes. I know Corey's got a dip because he's got a adult tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have to dip because I got a lot of work to get done at the house and at my job, and I'm probably going to opt to do the stuff at the house tomorrow because, as I said, we're getting ready to start painting the inside because I'm trying to get this thing all set up to sell because your boy here is getting ready to basically start his life over.
Yes.
If you remember, guys, as you've been on this journey with me through everything that's happened with Mama Heretic and stuff, you gotta remember for the last probably 15 years, I've taken care of my folks largely. So I missed a lot in life, including, living for myself. So that process is starting now in getting this ready to sell. And then eventually when I sell the house, that's going to be the official start of the rest of my life. So
Kitty.
So yeah, this is a big moment. Thanks, Apollo, for making it a big moment.
Kitty just got up there like
but yeah, so that is a big deal. So yeah, this is the start of something big. But I gotta put in the work and get this thing ready so that I get a good price on it. But so far so good. It's going pretty fairly decent, and I will keep you guys apprised. But we will be back next Sunday with another episode of Midnight Prism. Do not forget, those of you that enjoy politics, all right, those of you that enjoy politics, we are on Tuesday going to start later with United Resistance, because we are going to go live probably, I want to say around 9, maybe 10 o'clock Eastern, and we're going to do like live coverage of the elections, try to make some sense as the returns start coming in, and we're going to see in real time if we have shenanigans.
Yeah.
Or if it is just a complete ass kicking, which in my heart of hearts, believe it's going to be a complete ass kicking at the polls. So we will see what happens, but don't miss that. Again, that'll probably be around 9 or 10 o'clock Eastern. I haven't finalized the time yet, but just watch my Twitter for that, and we will promo the hell out of it. All the usual peeps will be there. Myself, Janet, Will, ETEP, Tony Tonedepp is probably going to come on with us. And then we've got Tommy. If internet permitting, he will come on. And, yeah, we're just going to have a good old time breaking that down. So don't miss that. All right, Corey, tell people where they can find you, what you're going to be doing, and welcome back.
Thank you. So, yeah, I am Corey of Sir Talks a Lot. You can find me on YouTube at Sir Talks a Lot. You can find me in the Corey Music channel as well. I just released a new comedy rap, and I'm working on another dark country song right now. Ish thing, country rap, rock thing. It's pretty nice. But catch me tomorrow night on Yelling at Parked Cars, because it's the only political stream I can make it to this week. And this is an important week, so make sure you actually get out there and vote. Keep an eye on everything. And if everything goes to shit again, just make sure to write letters to your local people and yell at them. Very badly. Yell at them.
If everything goes to shit again, make sure you lock and load.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
All
Go
righty.
buy some extra ammo.
Yeah.
All righty. We go over to Jed.
Well, I want to thank everybody that came into the chat, man. Like I say over at the Throwdown. If it wasn't for you guys, we'd be talking at walls and everything. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I will be on the Throwdown this next Thursday. So you'll catch me there, and then you can also catch me over at Matt's on Fridays after Friday Night Tights. So, and we're gonna do stuff with our channel, but I've been having more fun just going on other people's channels right now. But I am gonna start doing things on our channel.
Really? Because you always say that.
I do. I always say that.
Yeah, you.
I've been telling myself the same thing. But...
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, guys, make sure that you catch United Resistance this Tuesday. That's gonna be awesome, which is tomorrow, and I can't wait for that show. I'm like going nuts because I already want to like go live and talk about that. So I'm just waiting for all the midterms to get underway. So that's gonna be fun. And also, just big programming announcement. I do have plenty of irons in the fire for future guests. I have touched base with Carrie Smith. She is going to come on United Resistance at some point. I have also sent out a interview request to Tulsi Gabbard. I'm going to try to endeavor to get Tulsi Gabbard on United Resistance at some point. And we also have an interview request out to Mike Pompeo, of all people, that I sent with you. So, yeah, there's hopefully some interesting guests coming up. Carrie Smith is for sure going to join us in the next couple weeks. So I just have to finalize the date with her, and then we are off and running. So thank you again for being so supportive of the channel, being supportive of our programming. Make sure that you subscribe to both Corey and Jed, and let's continue to support each other. And remember, folks, without you, as Jed said, there is no us. You guys are the straw that stirs the drink. We're here to inform and entertain you, but it's your support that makes our channels go and makes it worthwhile to do this. So, from the bottom of my heart, we all thank you very much. And you guys have a great evening.
Hell yeah.
We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi. Coast Casino.
Hey, welcome to Sporking News Podcast. My name is Scott.
I'm E. Temple Queen of the Place to Be Reviews.
I am the Patriot, Drew Taylor, aka Supreme Heretic.
The Red Gaze on YouTube, at the Red Gaze on Twitter.
What up, what up, what up?
Hello, everybody. It's me, Vinny.
The voice of Immortal Coil.
Oh, hey, I am the Ghost Bear.
What's going on, Tommy? You didn't get anybody to like this?
Yeah, I'm Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast.
Tony, Death, rockin'.
I mean, we have a lot of cool things over there. I did some magic tricks.
Hi, guys. Try to stay here.
My name is Marky Knight.